Hey Frank, how's it going? Edward. Okay, we are up and running. I just got back from flying another Coast Guard cutter, went up bound, so I got down and got it. My little boy stayed right here by himself. He was a good boy. Yes, he was.
And I'm here now.
Hey, Dominic,
Yep.
how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You're
I'm
all
good.
right. All right.
Yeah, I'm good. Actually, it's going to be a night. It's a night. Going to be a nice day today. I got up, went out, went to do the sunrise, and it was foggy. So
Is it going to be hot?
it's only going to be what
Usually
mid
fog comes
eight.
in when the moisture is high, right?
Yeah, mid eighties.
Okay. So, but it's going to be
It's going to be near
humidity.
100 tomorrow.
Humidity is going to be up there though, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Hey,
going to be.
Brenda.
Hello, Brenda, Jody.
Brenda, how'd you do with Angel today?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know how you did with Angel.
hmm Okay.
Jody's here. Yep.
Yep.
The
I see you did the fisherman thing.
Yes, how'd that look?
Yeah, look good.
It's getting some views, so that's what I was.
That's good to hear then. Yeah, it was a good, it was something different, but still boats.
Yeah. Joe is off doing a shoot.
Yeah.
All right, Brenda, I'm glad to hear that. Brenda says Angel is full of vim and vigor.
Okay.
Good to hear that.
Awesome.
Pick up Sunday. All right. And
Edward.
I bet you can't wait.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all happening then.
So I take it
Yeah.
the visit went really good, huh?
Well, yeah.
Oh, she spent 2 hours with her today. All right, Brenda. Good. That's
Yes.
that's that's how to bond with your new buddy.
Oh, definitely. That's great news.
Yeah, 100% great news.
Hello, Warren. Come and join us.
Hey, Warren,
Yeah, come and chat. Come and chat to us.
come and chat. Anybody like to come and chat up at the top of the live chat? You just click on that and you come right in.
Yep.
Who invited Dominic?
Yeah.
Dominic is always welcome here.
Yeah, we need to listen to you, Warren. You got some really, really good humor, really good jokes. So let's hear them rather than you have to type them.
I wonder if Giggles is out flying because he was talking about
Yeah.
maybe he was going flying this afternoon.
Yeah, because he was carrying on about wanting to do more a sunrise or a yeah, oh, Jim. He was carrying on about doing a sunrise and said, "Oh no, I've got so many sunrises. Um, yeah, I'll do
Hello, Jim.
another. Yeah, I've got 400 photos of sunrises, but every one is different.
Well, that's what makes it unique.
Yeah,
There's no two the same.
I was on a good run there. I think we had three or four really good ones in a row, and then we fogged out.
Bogged right down, huh?
Yeah. Okay. But does your two tin cans and a piece of string, does it have a microphone? Hello, Philip. Good evening. No, we can't hear you yet, Warren.
No audio. No audio.
Yeah, wouldn't like that either, Warren. Plumber's cleavage.
What do you think there, Boone? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Give me a minute and I'll feed you, okay?
Yeah. Yes, Justin.
Hey, Justin,
So,
what's going on,
Good
buddy?
evening.
not much. Got the car tinted this morning.
Okay.
Ugh.
Hello, Jim's droning.
Hey, Jim,
Hey, Jim.
are you gonna come on the panel, Jim?
Hey, come on, Jim.
No, I went to go get the windows tinted, and the guy was like, "Legally, I have to tell you this. You're allowed to do this on the front windshield and this on the back."
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "Well, I just want to do whatever is legal." I was like, "I don't
Yeah,
want to."
just make it legal. Make it legal.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I don't want to get a fucking state trooper pulling me over, and then I got to go tear it off
No,
and then go prove that I took it off and all that crap. But you can do 18% on the back. Was it 26% or something like that on the front? 20 something percent. But it's still pretty dark. And then I put 18 on the sunroof too.
Okay.
Because it's got one of those big gigantic ass sunroofs, so that, like I said, that car is not nothing but window.
Oh, great.
The guy had never done one of those before. He's like, I've never even noticed one of these cars before. He goes, Jesus, it's got a lot of windows. I said, I know, I told you. It's got obviously the four-door windows, right? And
yeah,
it's got two of those little windows up in the front next to the dash, those two little corner like windows.
Yeah.
Then it's got a big ass windshield, a big ass back windshield, and then it's got the huge ass sunroof that covers almost the whole damn roof. What's up, Edward, Philip, Warren, Jim, Brenda? How's it going? And the other
Brenda
Jim.
went and spent 2 hours with her little angel, and she's hoping to get her adopted by Sunday.
Yes, exactly, Brenda. It's like a pacer, like an old pacer. But it
Yep.
looks like a whole different car with the windows tinted. I'll tell you that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. See, Warren. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh. Does my mic not work? There it is.
Mm.
Oh, that's why it wasn't working. Set to my damn other mic. Okay.
Hmm.
Who's Brenda talking about? Angel who?
Um, her new dog Angel.
No dog Angel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
So how you didn't have to work today then? You took the day off?
Yeah, I go back to work tomorrow, and then tomorrow's only a half day because it's early release. We made up all the hours that
Oh,
we
okay.
missed for the hurricane, so they reinstated the early release days for the rest of the year. So we got early release tomorrow, so I'll be home at 3:30 in the afternoon instead of 5:30 in the evening. So
Nice.
Hey, Mark.
get back to the yard at 8:30, and then we go back to work at 10:30, and then get off at 3:30. Morning run will still
Then
be
you
the
got the
same.
weekend to yourself, huh?
No, I got 9 days off then, because it's spring
Oh,
break. So I
Spring
got
break is
this
coming up
this
that
week.
early?
Yeah, we do it this coming up week. So I'll have this weekend off, all next week, and then the next weekend, and then go back following Monday.
Wow.
So that's why they don't do vacation time in the school system, because you get tons of vacation time already from all the kids' holidays. So that's one thing they don't do is vacation time, but you can pretty much take as many days off as you need if you need to take a day off or something. They don't make a big deal about it. So as far as I can, as far as I can tell, they don't even have an attendance policy. 'Cause
Really?
I've been through, like I read through that book that they gave me with like all the different policies and everything. I've read through that 2 or 3 times, and I've never seen anything in there about attendance. It's just really up to your own supervisor of your area. So. Yes, Jim, they have early release in prisons as well.
You know, that's another thing. I could picture you as a prison guard.
Well, the gates opened for the Formula One Grand Prix for day 2 about 20 minutes ago. It was
Really?
only touring. It was only the touring cars yesterday. I think there's free practice this morning, which is going to be good
So
because you
when's
can
the
hit.
big race?
Sunday. I think it beams back. So the trouble is, it's good timing for the UK, but not so good timing for the US or the eastern states. It'll be closer to midnight. But if you're on the west coast, it'll probably be a better time.
Ticket prices are a bit on the expensive side.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mm.
But you got to pay to play sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think all your working ladies would like to go too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jim says you guys are too quiet. I swear I
Yeah.
want to start singing Elvis.
Okay, well, come on.
Come on and do it, Jim.
Come on. Come and join us and start singing.
Yeah, I've heard that too. The 21st, they're going to open up the Sioux locks. I don't know about the locks down by Niagara, the lower locks. I haven't heard a date on that yet. Usually that's about the same time, because if you have one set of locks open and you don't open the other locks, it kind of doesn't make any sense. No, Jim, they wouldn't. They'd love it. You come on, Jim, come on. Don't Don't make a comment like that and say you're gonna do something and back out. Come
Yeah.
on, Jim. What's that, Justin?
High number of foreign ships.
Yeah, all the foreign ships that come over and they come to the Great Lakes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys having a higher volume than normal or something?
No, we get
Oh.
you know, probably 10 to 20% of the ships that come to the Great Lakes, they go over to Chicago, they go up and get iron ore and all different kinds of things. Then they go down the Great Lakes and out across the ocean.
I've seen the Canadian Prime Minister backed off on the 25% on the electric.
Yeah, but he kind of talked nasty about Trump. He said he was a
I'm
Trump
sure he did.
supporter, but he's kind of changing his mind.
I'm sure he is. I mean, they're not going to be happy about it. It's just the thing is they can't sustain super high tariffs, and they know that. And they're trying to play a chicken game, and it's.
What do you think, Boner? What you thinking? Are you
I
my
mean, you
boy?
just got to look at size of economies.
Are you my boy, Boner?
There's just
You
no
my
way
boy?
they can compete.
Are you my boy? Huh? Yes, you are. You're a good boy. You want your dinner? Is that what you want? He wants his dinner.
I mean,
I'll be right back.
there's a handful of U.S. states that have a bigger GDP than Mexico and Canada put together. So that just goes to tell you. Oh, it's out there. Hmm. I was listening back to that live stream from this morning. Mark, you said he put tariffs on the UK for what?
Yeah, I don't know what for.
I didn't hear about that.
I know he put them on, but I don't know what it was for.
The only thing I've heard them bitch about the UK that they really had a problem with was Vance has a problem with the whole censoring people on the internet and shit over there. He don't like it. How people were getting arrested for just making like opinions on Facebook and stuff. I don't know how bad it actually is, but I have seen a couple of videos that people film themselves getting arrested by the police over there, but and they said it was just for a comment they made. It wasn't like a call to violence or anything like that.
Hey, TJ.
I don't know. Unless he's pissed about us sending money to Ukraine.
No, they're not mad about that. Because the whole argument over that was that you guys weren't matching us. So if anything, he wouldn't care if you guys sent your own money over there. I don't think that's the problem. I have to look into that because I didn't hear nothing about. Like I said, that's the only thing I've heard them bitch about the UK is they think that they're taking your guys' freedom of speech away.
Well, freedom of speech isn't in our constitution like it is in yours, so he's got no comeback on that.
What are you talking about? Your prime minister? Or are you talking about Vance?
Vance.
Talking about. Hey, Jim, I noticed that. I told Paul that a bunch of times over the last 4 years of being around Paul. Every year there's been less and less like ice and snow than the previous year.
Mm.
Last year, I don't even think, I'm gonna be honest, I think last year they didn't even have the icebreakers out at all down by where Paul was at. I can remember. I know the first year I was on Paul's show during the winter time, they were up and down there constantly.
Boy, he's loving his Denny.
TJ, don't worry about what I'm doing in the nude, TJ. You see what Jim put in there, Paul?
No.
He put, did you notice the last couple of years how the icebreakers heading down is getting less and less from Lake Huron? Another 20 years, I doubt if we'll even have skiing or snowmobiling.
Well, did you see the news today? Donald Trump says that he ordered 50 or 45 or 50 new Coast Guard icebreakers because he's anticipating getting the islands off to the east.
I don't know. They're going to have to up the shipbuilding because there's only, I think, 3 shipyards left in the U.S. actually build ships.
Well, they're talking about that's one of the things that he wants to build up more is
And I think 1 or 2 of them are tied up doing fucking the aircraft carriers right now. Yeah, they need to open more shipbuilding yards because we used to have a bunch of them, and now I think there's only maybe 3 or 4 left. I think. Well, they say, yeah, that's what they were saying, Jim. They were saying like there's like a, what did they call it? I can't remember what they called it, but it's like a natural like cold front or something that comes down every year, and it's, I guess, been moving more and more east. I mean, shit, we've been getting snow in Florida, the top of Florida.
Well, I see Trump's is Trump talking about wanting to buy Greenland?
He's been talking about that.
I just pulled it up on a map. That sucker's big. That's huge.
Yeah, but the map layout isn't exactly accurate on the sizing, though.
Well, evidently what he said today was he was talking that Greenland did a referendum and a majority of the people want to join the U.S.
Well, the party that wants to join the U.S. barely lost their election by I think it was like 1,200 votes or 1,500 votes.
Yeah.
They didn't win though, so.
They've only got a population of about 27,000.
I think it's 50. Yeah, I think it's 50-something thousand.
Hold on.
Hey, Al.
I'll look and see what the exact population is.
I think it's 56,000 or something.
Yeah, because there was a pretty big political movement that ran for office that did want to do that.
25% tariffs on the exports of UK steel and aluminium.
DJ!
All right, Justin, you've been in the nude long enough. It's time to put some clothes on now.
Oh, he's got to cut clothes on.
So Greenland has 56,000 people.
Yeah, that's about right.
But that's all. I mean, all they can do is make an offer, and then the people of Greenland
either
decide
do it or
themselves.
don't. Yep.
They either accept it or they don't. I mean, they have their independence, so they have the right to do it. So
yeah.
Well, if they only have that many people, it would be probably advantageous for them to join because all the money that would be flowing in there from the U.S. would be unreal.
Not really. All he wants it for is the mineral rights to mine stuff in it.
No, he also wants to put some military bases on
Yeah,
there.
it's a strategic
Yep,
movement.
strategic protection.
Oh, what's up, Al? How's it going? Well, we already have, I think, one or two
Yeah, he said they got 2 of them, but he said he'd like to have
military bases there.
like more.
There's a, I know there's a research base that's at like the top of Greenland, and it's got like 150 or 200 people stationed at it.
Just between us, TJ has offered to go over there and repopulate the females. What a guy! What a guy!
I went and got my neck trimmed today.
Yeah, he got his neck trimmed today. See it?
Good.
Yeah.
And then they have, I know that we spent a couple $100 million upgrading their airport there, main airport that they use, so that the Air Force could use it to land there if they need to.
The 25% tariff on the UK is on steel and aluminium export.
The same as
Al,
Canada.
you what?
It's the same
Al, you
tariffs.
what?
I think he's done the whole of Europe like that.
TJ, do you pronounce it aluminium or aluminum?
Not really sure. I think it's with an A, aluminum.
No, it's actually spelt 2 different ways too, though.
Yep,
We spell
it
it a
is.
different way.
Well, is it the British all say it that way, or is it European?
It's pretty much the rest of the world, Paul.
Well,
Yeah, it's
Mostly-
everywhere except America.
How do you?
I don't know, Jim. How do they say it in Canadian? In Canada, do they say it the American way or European way? How do they say it in Canadian?
How do you say it, Dominic?
Aluminium.
I don't know. Canada, I could
Aluminium?
see pronouncing it the same as us because most of their population lives along the U.S. border, so there's a lot of like similarities with people that live on the border.
Yeah,
There
they
is
have
a
a
little bit
they
of
have a lot
similarities
of
with
they
the
have a lot of
Commonwealth
people come
countries
over
as
to
well.
the U.S. and work, like at hospitals and stuff, drive back and forth.
Well, you can meet
Yeah.
a lot of Canadians. You wouldn't even be able to. I mean, some of them have that like Canadian accent, but then there's some that don't. They sound American. You'd never even know they were Canadian.
but they're a British colony.
Yeah. So that they'll identify with the Commonwealth as well.
In fact, the majority of them are either British or French.
Yeah.
But there's some areas where Canada and America are so intertwined on the border. I mean, unless you know that border's there, you wouldn't even know what the fuck side you were on. I mean, some of the towns are literally split just by a street.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get people picking up each other's slang and the way they talk and everything else. Jim said we say it the same as the States.
Okay.
So it's North America against the world, huh? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, bring it on.
Bring it on! Bring it on!
Jim says, TJ, you're the old dog. Bring it on. He says, bring it on. He was talking about your statement that you want to repopulate all the women over there.
Yeah.
Just give them a little pinch, you know.
Yeah.
Problem
Well,
is,
we have the big battle in September of the USA versus Europe,
What's going on there?
the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Ryder Cup. Yeah.
So it's golf.
Yeah.
Golf.
Yep.
Golf. Golf.
Golf. Golf.
How you doing? How was dinner? Was dinner good?
Hey,
Yeah.
buddy. Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Was dinner good? Was dinner good? Was dinner good, huh? Was dinner
What do you
good?
have for dinner?
Yeah.
What
Has
do you
the
have
dog
for
been
dinner?
throwing up anymore?
Nope.
Okay, so he found a food that works, so
Yep.
stick with it.
He's my boon. My boon dog.
What did you feed him? Some chicken or whatever? Or
No, just
Uh,
different canned dog foods.
uh,
He just scratched me again. Doug got it.
time for a
Oh my
trim.
God, Russell.
Well, what he does is I already have some scab,
Jonathan.
and he scratches the scab back off again.
Yeah. Jonathan, what's up?
Hey, Jonathan. I thought you were going to ask the vet to trim his nails when you went in yesterday.
They did. But what he does is he rakes his paw like this, you know.
Hmm.
My dogs spend enough time outside running around. I don't have to do their
Nails.
claws. No, I don't have to. They wear theirs down by running around outside and on the back porch on the cement and everything else.
Mm.
So if your dog's like an inside dog and they're inside a lot, they're not gonna wear them down naturally like they would.
I might ride. It depends on my work schedule.
Yeah, exactly, Russell. If your dogs are outside enough running around, you shouldn't have to
Mm.
trim their nails.
Hmm.
But a lot of times people, especially that's why you see so many little dogs having to get their nails trimmed because people don't. Everybody freaking pampers the little dogs. They're inside all the time. They don't go outside much.
Did you see what Jim put in the chat, TJ?
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. That's pretty good.
He could picture a dozen kids over there, all running around clapping their hands and going, "That's pretty good. That's pretty good."
That's
Why?
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Like on the weekends, shit, my dogs will be outside most of the damn day. They like being out there. They don't come in very much during the day on the weekends. Or if I'm home. They'll spend about 80% of the day outside.
Precious spends 80% of the day sleeping.
Bo and Tyson are very hyper, so they like to go out in the yard and chase each other and run around. So they're always wanting to go outside. And then the neighbor dog,
Yeah.
they like to, them and the neighbor dog like to run back and forth with the fence line, chasing each
That's
other.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
They're very active dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So did you get the windows tinted all right?
Give me a second.
So, I don't know. I could have been, Jim. Could have been. Yeah.
All right, I'm back. What'd you ask, Mark?
Did you get your windows tinted okay?
Oh yeah, I got everything but just the strip on the front windshield. Because apparently that's not legal in Florida. I didn't know that, but everybody has them. But I didn't want to take the chance of getting pulled over. So,
Yeah. You get the roof done as well, yeah.
oh yeah, I got that one real dark.
Uh-huh.
I told, I pulled up and the guy had never seen it. Like he just, I guess, had never run across a Ford C-Max. He goes, Jesus Christ, this thing has a lot of windows. I said, I know it's all window. I said, there's barely any frame to it. It looks like a totally different car with that tint on there, though.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then he put stickers on the buttons and told me to try not to use the windows for at least 3 days.
Yeah. To avoid it scratching.
Because of the rubber, right?
No, what it is the tint is held on by a thin layer of water between the tint and the window, and you have to wait
Mhm.
for that water to evaporate.
To dry
And,
out, yeah,
and
okay.
it can take anywhere between, depending on what weather you have, it could take 24 hours or it could take 5 days. He said 3 days should be enough. So, and then I have 7 days. If I find any issues with it, I can bring it back and it's no charge. They'll fix it. So,
Wait,
Mhm.
what is it now? What is it?
I
He
got
got
the
his windows tinted.
on my car.
Oh, gotcha.
There was no tint on them at all, and I'm not driving that fucking thing in the summertime without any tint.
Yeah.
You're fucking getting sunburnt through every damn window in that thing.
Oh, and your vehicle that you have
Oh, yeah.
now?
Yeah, because it's got the normal windows for the 4 doors, and then it's got 2 little panel windows up at the front by the dash, and then it's got a huge ass windshield, and then it's got one of those sunroofs that's like the whole damn roof.
Panoramic.
It's huge. Yeah,
Yeah, the panoramic one.
and then it's
Did
got
you
the back window.
Did he what? Did he what?
did you do it yourself or did you have it professionally done?
Oh hell no, I'm not doing it myself.
Yeah.
I watched those guys do it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, fuck that! I'm glad I didn't try to do it."
What did they charge you?
Well, because the sunroofs aren't included, they only do the wrap around the windows. That was like an extra like $60
They had.
because it was so big, and I wanted it a little darker, so it came out to like $229. A little bit more than I was expecting, but all right.
Not that bad, really, I suppose.
No, dude, I could have I could have tried to do it myself with probably about $50-$60 in material, but I
Yeah.
watched those guys do that, and I'll tell you what,
That
it
was
looks
enough.
like you
That
have
sold
to,
you. Yeah.
you need a little bit of skill to know how to tint windows because that shit does not look easy at all. The way that they were trimming around the edges, and I mean, these guys were just perfect. They were doing it all by hand. Like they would put the tint on the window and then they would do the trim and then they'd pull it off and they'd do a little bit of fine trimming around the edges. Yeah, these guys were really detailed. And it took 2 experienced guys about, I don't know, 30 40 minutes to do my car. So if I would have tried doing it myself, I'd probably still be out there doing it. Cussing up a storm, throwing shit.
Yeah, putting it on, taking it back off again, putting it on, taking it back off again.
Dude, I tried tinting a car one time back about it was before me and Sarah got married, so it's probably about 20 years ago, and I got frustrated after the first 2 windows. I've never attempted it since.
It's bad enough
But-
trying to put a bloody screensaver on a phone.
Yeah.
But as cheap as it is, I mean, really, it's cheap to get your windows done. It's not that expensive.
Mine are, when I got my car, they were already tinted. And then, I think, one night when I was coming into the complex before I got there, I got stopped because they told me that my windows were too dark. And they put that little reader thing on my window and said that my windows were too dark. I was like, well, how dark are they supposed to be?
It's supposed to be 18 on the back windows and I think 28 on the front windows, if I remember correctly. The guy told me that. But the thing is technically, if you're buying your car new off of the lot, it should technically already have legal tint on it. They shouldn't be putting illegal tint on it when you buy it. So I would have been going back to the fucking dealership if I had to pay anything and been like, look, you guys got me a fucking ticket.
Yeah.
Because technically they should be selling you the car as a brand new car. They should be selling it to you with legal tint on it, not illegal tint. It's one thing.
It was kind of stupid though. Like, well, it wasn't really stupid, but I don't know.
Well, it's one thing if you're buying a used car that from a dealership and they're just selling it to you as is, like they did with me from a previous owner. Because they're not going to dump any extra money into it if they don't have to. So that, I would get. But if you're buying a brand new car straight from the factory to the dealership, it should not be coming with anything that's considered illegal on it.
So what's the correct tint thing, Justin?
I believe it was 18% for the back windows, for all the back windows, and then the 2 front doors and have to be 8 or 28%, I believe.
Amount of light. That's the light getting through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Limo tint's like what, 5%, I think. Starts at 5%, I think. So it kind of gives you, it's still pretty dark though. I mean, even if you go with the legal tint, it's still pretty dark. But see, the thing is if you get you get pulled over and get ticketed for having too dark a tint, then you got to pay somebody like $130, $140 to take it off if you don't do it yourself.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to the courthouse, have somebody from the police department come out and inspect the car and then sign off on the ticket. So that's why I said, if you bought that car brand new off the lot and you got pulled over and it had a legal tint on it, I would have been right back at that dealership because they would have been retinting those windows for me.
Well, I think it was a pre-owned vehicle, so.
The one you just recently got?
Yeah.
How do you think it is? You should know whether your car was pre-owned or not.
It is pre-owned.
How many miles did it have on it?
Shit, I don't know.
What?
It wasn't like a low mileage, like 25 or 100, right?
No, it was a little. I think it was a little high. I didn't pay attention.
If I remember, I think I remember us talking about this, and I think you said it was like 20,000 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a used vehicle.
So just a year or two old.
Yeah. And then like you go to states like California, fuck, you can't barely have anything on you might as well not even bother tinting your windows.
How come you can't have? Why can't you have tint on your windows in California?
Because
No,
of
it's
road
just
crime?
no. It's just the percentage is so the percentage
Michael?
of tint is so low that it doesn't really help that much. You
Oh.
know, because they don't let you have dark windows on the cars in California. You can't have any bit of a dark window. Their
I know.
whole thing is, I think it stems from cops being able to see into your vehicle.
Mm. Well, the reason they give over here is for you to be able to see out of the vehicle. If your windows are that dark that you can't see through them, then they're not safe for you to drive it.
Yeah, you ever tried driving a car with limo tint on it at night? Fuck that, dude. It's not bad. It's not too bad during the day, but at nighttime, okay. Yeah, back when I was living in California, I know a lot of people got pulled over for tint. Al's saying where he's at, they don't really make a big deal about it. But it also could depend on. So I think certain cities and counties have things on tint too. I'm not entirely sure.
I guess
Here, the guy told me it was a state thing.
it's a bit awkward for you buying new cars with tint on because each state has a different law. How the hell do they figure out what they're going
Well,
to?
the thing of it is that as long as it's tinted correctly, where the plate is where the car is licensed. In other words, like if it's a Michigan, it
No,
can't
he's
have
saying
any
what.
Yeah, but
writers.
No, he's saying
when
if
it
they're
comes off
tinted
the
from because they
yeah,
already know where that car's going. That's why. But the thing is a lot of dealers don't tint when a lot of the cars don't always come with factory tint. And if it is, it's really light because the dealership will sell you an extra, oh, we'll tint your windows for you for another $500 on the car loan.
yeah.
You know, and they'll just add it to your car loan. So
How can cops see, like, if you're out driving around, how can cops see how black your windows are? I mean, you're
They
just
can't
driving
see you.
around. Yeah, 'cause the cops are just like sitting there and you're driving by them, so how can he see?
It's because they can't
Dude.
see.
I want to know how cops see you wearing your fucking seatbelt because I
Yeah,
drove by cars like literally one day. I made it a point. I was driving like 4 or 5 miles from the house going to Walmart, and I made it a point to look at every fucking vehicle that passed me, and I could not tell for shit whether anybody was wearing their seatbelts in their cars because of reflections off the windows, just people sitting at different heights. You couldn't fucking see in there and see if they were wearing their seatbelt. I don't know how the fuck cops do that. I think they use it as an excuse just to pull people over.
probably.
Because I mean, literally, drive down the road one day, TJ, and just kind of peek into the cars as you're passing them and see how hard it is to tell if they're wearing their seatbelt.
Oh yeah,
All right,
make
I'll check that
TJ
out.
try. Yeah.
Well, especially Justin, if you notice a lot of the kids, younger kids or teenagers, they're slouched way back in the damn seats, and you can't see the seat belt.
Well, you can't see when somebody's sitting up because you'll have reflections off the window and everything else. I don't know how cops notice it, to be honest with you. I would love to ride with the cop one day and just see him pull somebody over for not having a seatbelt.
And then ask them, like, man, how the hell did you know that they weren't wearing their seatbelt?
Have to ask Joe when he comes on.
Oh, Matt made it through the hurricane. Okay, too.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Said his house is fine. He just has a bunch of shit on the ground that he's gotta go around the house and pick up a bunch of debris.
Yeah, a bit of rain.
But he said his house is fine. No damage. Pretty much just a bunch of leaves and tree branches and just little shit on the ground everywhere. He's just gotta go around and pick up his property. Like a little pile out by the road.
Oh, Jim said he rode with the police once.
TJ,
Like I
I know what you're thinking, TJ. Ask him if he was riding as a ride along or was he in the back seat?
He was probably in the back seat knowing Jim. He's a little
Oh
mouthy.
yeah, probably was. It was.
But yeah, I just, unless the cops have some kind of like high resolution camera that can see through a fucking windshield at 40 miles an hour passing somebody,
Yeah,
I
definitely
just
can.
I don't see it. And see, some states, certain violations, you actually have to have more than, you have to have a secondary violation to be able to pull the person over. So say like you want to pull them over for their window tint. Well, the state will tell you, well, they have to have at least 2 violations where you can pull them over for that. So they'll have to get you for like speeding or something. And so cops will do that because a lot of people will drive like most people will drive like 5, 6 miles out over the speed limit because most cops won't pull you over for that. But if they're trying to pull you over, that's all they need. They can just say he was going 2 over, and it gives them legal right to pull you over.
Yeah, they allow you 10% leeway here because your speedo can be 10% out.
Mm.
Even the wear on your tyre from it being new to having 100,000 miles on it is enough to make your speedo not accurate.
Mm. Like I think radar detectors, aren't radar detectors and radar jammers illegal in California? I think those are highly illegal in California.
Well, don't
remember
cops still use the radar detectors to see how fast you're going?
No, I'm talking about the ones people back in like
Jammers.
the 90s and the early 2000s. They were really popular. Remember, you'd
Yep.
get in somebody's car and they had the little box up on the window, and they'd be beeping
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Okay, the ones that go beep 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 beep.
Yeah. And you'd be picking up like sliding doors from businesses and all kinds of shit like that would
Yeah.
interfere with it.
Yeah.
But you also could buy a radar jammer. But the problem is when the cop's directly shooting his gun at your car and he knows all of a sudden he's not getting readings, he knows you got one in your car. That's how they were catching people. It wasn't exactly foolproof.
Oh, that's interesting.
You just need a car that's built like a stealth bomber.
Yeah.
Well,
so the radar can't see it.
now, see, Al, I think that I can totally see a cop pulling up next to you in traffic and noticing you not got your seatbelt on. That I could totally see. But not driving down the road. I've seen cops literally driving, passing somebody at 40 and they flip around and pull them over and said they weren't wearing their seatbelt. I just don't believe it. I've tried. But here, they'll do that here too. They'll roll up on traffic intersections and they'll look in your windows to see if you're on your cell phone.
Oh yeah, because Jim and I were talking about that one day because where he lives, you're not allowed to be on your cell phone while you're driving. But then I was asking him like, well, how would they know? Because most people are talking on speakerphone these days and stuff. And I have wireless through my car, so I could be like talking on my speakerphone and nobody would know if I'm talking to myself or just singing a song or whatever. Like, how would How would they know that
Well,
you were?
most people, most places, it's not that you can't be on your phone. Most places allow you to use hands free. They
Right.
just don't want the phone in your hand and you playing on your phone while you're driving.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, I get so fucking sick and tired of people on their phones when they're driving. It is so fucking annoying. I run into them all day, every day when I'm driving. Fucking just at
And like
stoplights,
some
at
of them,
stop signs, not paying attention.
yeah, sometimes they'll have the little mount on their window with their phone, like hold like their phone with the mount holding their phone, and they'll still be doing whatever.
Dude, I was driving down the road the other day in the bus, and I'm looking down in this dude's car, and he's watching Breaking Bad on his phone while he's driving.
Oh shit!
I was like, what the
Nice.
fuck? I immediately recognized the show when I saw it. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, like really? Like, and then you have people come up to four-way stops, and instead of paying attention, you know, car goes, I go, they're looking down at their phone.
That happened to me one time. I was driving, and I think I was speeding or whatever, and I was and the guy saw my phone out, and he's like, "Oh, you're watching a live stream too, aren't you?"
So what did you say? Yeah, what up? What about it?
Yeah, what of it? What of it?
Mind your own business. Don't mess with the TJ.
That's right.
Skyfly, how you doing?
Hi, Joel.
Yeah, most places you can do hands free on your radio. You just can't have your phone in your hand.
Yeah, that's what I love about like hands free and like with speakerphone and all that on your car.
Yeah, it's really annoying when you're like really jamming out though, and then somebody calls you.
Yeah, I know, that's annoying. I'm like, damn it, this is a good song, and somebody's gonna fucking call me. Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I don't know about you guys and your phones. You know how you can turn the speaker down? Like the volume on your speaker on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you turn it down all the way, you cannot hear it. It doesn't ring.
That's
Good.
because that's your volume settings for your phone.
You can still see it. You can still kind of see it though.
Yeah, you could see it, but if like I had it in my pocket, and my tenant called me 4 times today, she finally came down to see if I was all right because she called me, and sure enough, it says that I got 4 calls from her.
There are
So then I went in and I turned the volume up, and it rang.
There are 2 different volume controls on your phone.
Not on mine.
One for the ringer, and then one that works when you're actually listening to something that turns the.
Well, that's what I thought, Mark, but mine doesn't have that.
Okay, so yes, it does, Paul. If you turn the volume up on your phone, you'll see 3 little dots on the volume bar. If you press that, it gives you 5 different volume controls. Every Android's the same. You have volume control for
text
notifications. You have one for, I don't even know what the fuck that one's for. And then you have one for the ringtone, but there's 5 volume controls. You have to press up on the volume, and then you'll see on the volume bar there's 3 little dots on the top. And it should pull up a whole list of volume controls.
It says media. No, it just says media volume limit.
I don't know, because every other Android I've ever had has the same settings.
I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but see, it doesn't have it.
Okay.
Yeah, the Apple one works. If you're not actually listening to anything and you're on the home screen and you press the volume, it turns the ringtone up. But if you're actually listening to something, then you can turn your own volume up. Or if you swipe down from the top corner, it gives you the audio volume control on it.
Yeah.
But not the ringtone can only be done from the home screen.
Oh, here comes Rod.
What's up, bro?
There's Rod.
Hmm. You go do some flying earlier?
He's got his goggles head on. Hey, Rod, can you see TJ? He had his neck shortened today.
Yeah, Rod definitely went flying today.
Hi, TJ.
I just
Can
you hear me?
Mike, check 1 2 1 2
1 2
1 2
3 4.
3 4.
No, I didn't go flying today. I've been working my ass off at work today.
Oh, were you just doing
What?
some testing or whatever?
No, I gotta figure out how the hell to. There's got to be a setting in there to like not like auto follow or something. Oh, face detection. Let's turn the face detection off. Now maybe it'll do what I want it to do. There you go. So that's that 8-inch that I've been working on. I had another problem with it last night that I ended up having to fix, but I figured I'd come on and how can I show you where it's at the moment? Can you hear it?
No,
Yeah,
No.
it's just noise suppression of Zoom.
noise suppression.
Yeah. Can you see the motors?
No,
Can you
we
see the
can see
motor?
the motors, but we don't see them turning.
I think
Oh,
I saw him spin once.
that means I just don't have it close enough. Huh. Okay, you can see the motor, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh
There you
yeah.
go.
Now we can see it. Yeah.
That's all 4 of them. They're all spinning. So
Well, now you need
It
to go out and
arms.
fly.
I gotta put it together. I gotta put it together. It probably could. Yeah.
Well, all you got to do is put props on it, don't you? You don't have to have all the goodies on there.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
The top plate is not attached.
Okay, so it does have a top plate. Okay.
Yeah, the top plate's not attached. I plugged it in to make sure that all the electronics that are attached to the top plate work before
Okay,
I try
I
to put
got
it
you.
together. Yeah, you always test it before you start to do the final build. So there's the face detection. So that's what was moving it yesterday on me. I like this as a webcam, but it's freaking expensive to get as a webcam.
Look for lots of clouds with a high of 66 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 51 degrees.
There's the props.
Just don't let them cut your fingers off this year at the meetup.
It wasn't these props that were on the domain. It would have hurt worse.
Probably would.
Actually, you know what would hurt worse? Is the way that I'm bringing this thing built to the drone meetup. 8S.
Those things look pretty sharp as well. So
Oh, they are.
Time to fly says the Avata 2 spoiled him.
What's that?
The Avata 2 spoiled Time to Fly.
I like it. It's good to hand to new people to teach them how to fly. Ask TJ how much I harass him about his Avata. Go faster, TJ. Sports mode, TJ. Come on, TJ. Go faster.
Speed it up. Speed it up.
I wasn't wrong, was I? Because you got to get used to seeing this motion in the goggles. You got to get
Yeah.
used to the speed. It's different. It's not like a camera drone. You really got to go fast and get comfortable with things flying by you in the
Yeah.
goggle. End of story.
Just so you
Okay.
know, here's what I've got. And there's no ringtone selection on there.
That's an Android?
Yep, it's got a volume, ringtone volume, media volume, notification volume, and system volume.
Well,
Yeah.
the first thing you said was ringtone volume.
How old is it? How old is that phone? Damn, they all have ringtones.
I've had it for a while. It's
Still got a ringtone somewhere. It's freaking Android. Okay. Oh, and the other thing is, Paul, I got to change the pigtail for the battery. The one I got on here is temporary as I was debugging
Hey, Joel.
ESC problem late last night. The one ESC, well, I fried the T-motor. Well, I didn't completely fry it, but I kind of messed up the T-motor flight controller. So I gave up yesterday afternoon and said, screw it. I'll just put the Secure stack on because it's 70 amp instead of 55 amp. So it gives me a little more headroom anyways. But after getting it all put together and then tested one motor at a time, eventually, I don't know, after the upgrade, I'm not sure. I'm still not sure what went wrong on that one, but it was only spinning one motor.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure it wasn't the pigtail attached to the ESC, something being screwy. But the other thing is, and I found it out today, the cable, that cable, which is the one that goes between the flight controller and the ESC, was bad. The one that I had on there.
Here's what Jim wanted me to share with you guys.
Man, that thing looks crazy. I think I saw that. Somebody else showed
Oh
that.
yeah,
too.
yeah. That's what that kit. Yeah.
Thing looks pretty wild and crazy looking.
$350.
Yeah.
For the upgrade plus the drone. No thanks.
Yeah, you need the Avada first.
Yep.
No. Where's it at? Uh-oh. Yeah. Ah, there it is. No, you need this guy.
Oh, look how cute.
2.5 inch. Same one I built for Ken. Except his is even lighter. Ken's with the battery is 151 grams.
Yeah.
Exact same, pretty much the exact same drone, except for I put the 04 light on his, which actually allowed me to shorten the standoffs, because this thing comes with 28 millimeter and I put 25 millimeter on his, and I actually think I could have put 20 millimeter and flattened the drone down even flatter on his. But I put those 8,000 RPM motors on his, and it ran the battery down in about 30 seconds. Literally like 30 seconds. So it needs some tuning.
Okay.
Anyways,
Is that the new cream soda Coca-Cola thing sitting right there?
On your
no,
desk.
no,
Oh,
ice water.
the sparkling
It's
ice.
the
Okay.
caffeine ice water.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I've had the cream soda flavored Diet Pepsi.
Mm.
But yeah, this is.
They have those. They got those new Cokes out. I think it's like cream soda or
So
whatever.
anyways, the ice water guys have now moved into competing with Monster with caffeine.
Oh, That looks kind of nice and refreshing, actually.
It is. It's tasty. They make several versions. Anyways, I got more soldering to do because I got to take this pigtail off and cut, measure, and put the real pigtail on, which is this guy.
Mm.
Here, let me grab the other end. So that board that you see there is an anti-spark board.
Okay.
So that when you plug the battery in, it doesn't go snap, which is what they all do. And the bigger the battery, the bigger the snap. And the way it works is it's got a little delay trigger on the board of about 300 milliseconds after you plug in before it actually activates the positive side and lets current flow. So it literally delays. And there's, I don't know if you can see it in there. There's a little red wire, and that little red wire is attached to the board, and that's what it uses as the trigger to actually let the current flow.
That's pretty cool.
It's on that Nazgul. It's on that iFlight 5-inch Nazgul that I have. It's iFlight's anti-spark. Considering I'm putting 8S on this freaking drone, I want the anti-spark on there because I don't need a freaking lightning bolt arcing every time I plug the battery in.
So you just slide that on there and then you just hold a lighter and just melt it on?
Heat gun, yes. You could use a lighter. I have a heat gun. Yeah, it's shrink wrapped. I shrink wrapped it. So adds weight because it's freaking bulky, but whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is.
This drone is barely over 700 grams with the battery. For a 5-inch, that is freaking light. And with 8S motors, Sunday at the drone meetup is going to be fun. We're going to play Who Can Catch Rod. Come on, I dare you. Catch Rod. We'll have a little race to the other end of the beach and back. Good luck.
Rod will be gone in 60 seconds.
Uh-huh. And back in 20. Mm-hmm. Yep. That'd be the game plan. No, it's gonna be fun because I'm sure this would be the first 8S drone that's been at the drone meetup. So it'll be the first time everybody there will sort of get to mess with or see one, right? So that makes it fun. What's more fun is the next one I'm building this weekend. After this is done.
Which one are you building next weekend?
Saturday. I can't tell you. Maddie knows. Maddie knows and Ken knows. And Scotty knows. Jackrabbit.
Oh, yeah.
And Johnny knows because I told him to tease it. Because I told him so that he knew what I was going to do. I'll just say this. I'm going to set it up. I'm bringing it. I might actually put it in a box. Put something funny on it or something. I don't know. Set it next to Brad at the check-in desk. And then, after a lot of people get there, then I'll open the box.
Well,
I guarantee you, after I open the box and set it up, everybody is going to go look at it. Guaranteed.
What is that? What is that?
No, that's exactly what they're going to say because it is nothing like you've ever seen before. Literally nothing like you've ever seen before. So that's all I'm saying.
A mad scientist at work over here.
Yeah. Johnny last night I forget how he put it, something about next year. And I replied back and I said, well, maybe next year I'll bring a 12S. I'll build a 12S and bring one. They have a 12S, but not in drones like these.
Yeah.
It does exist. And Mark, I don't know what the hell they made these pads out of, but goddamn solder does not want to stick to the ESC pads. It just like keeps pulling off. And then the funny part of it is it's got the little holes in the pads. So normally the solder leaks into the holes and you don't have any problem.
Try cleaning them with acetone first.
I don't know if I have acetone. How
Hey,
about,
Mark, Brenda says time for you to stroke Precious.
how about rubbing alcohol, Mark? To clean it.
It depends if if rubbing alcohol's got any oil in it, then it'll just leave the oil on the pads.
No, it really shouldn't be oil. It'll dry the skin out if you use it.
Should be all right.
I mean, it's the rubbing alcohol that you get in, the pharmacy. That crap's like 99% alcohol.
You got anything going on tomorrow? I'm off from work tomorrow. What you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Working.
Oh.
I got about 10 customer projects that I'm working on right now. 2 of them rather critical.
Yeah, you're building
one of
drones?
them really fucking political.
Is it anti-drone related, or you building drones for them, or?
Huh? Who? What?
No, I mean,
are you building
his job?
These are all for me.
Those drones are for him. It's not what he's doing for work.
Yeah, it's not what I'm doing for work. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
That's why you see me after 5 o'clock. Well, now after 6 o'clock, and I'm working on the thing.
Oh.
And the drones that I was building to give away, I already gave away. Maddie's got his, and Ken has got his.
Oh.
Dominic, did you get yours?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, but Dominic didn't do jack diddly squat to get me into FPV, unfortunately. Or I probably would have built him one. Ken and Maddie were the 2 guys that helped me the most, that got me jump started in this part of the hobby.
So they're the ones that got you addicted, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
So I paid them back by building them a drone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was a double thing, because you enjoy the shit out of building drones, and you had a reason to give it to them.
Yeah, they helped me. I helped them. That's how it works.
I scratch my back. You scratch my back. I scratch yours.
Yeah. Same thing, but.
So what do you
sort of a thank you to those 2 for helping me. That's what it was about.
Yeah. What do you do for work again, Ron? Maybe you had said it before, but I must have forgot.
I work at Microsoft. I make business software go faster.
Oh, okay.
Hey, in simple terms, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm probably one of the best database performance guys on the planet.
Oh, there you go.
Not that he's bragging, TJ.
Yeah.
If I told you the list of customers that I've helped and bailed out, you would understand that comment.
Oh no, I understand it, but I mean,
it's literally some of the largest companies on the freaking planet. Hell, in one case, for one customer, they actually had an IBM product that they were having issues with, and they had me look at it simply because it was running on SQL Server. I found their issue. IBM was too used to writing their code on Oracle. That's what the problem was.
I'll be back later.
Okay, Dominic, thanks for being here, buddy.
So do you deal mostly with Access then?
Well, I could see Rod working with Doge.
No, I mean,
oh,
Microsoft.
The fun part about working with Doge would be writing code to go do all that shit for me.
Yep.
The problem is many of those systems aren't computer systems. It's all manual. So you got to go put eyeballs on it, really.
Okay.
But, as a guy who spent 20 years in the military, oh yeah, I can inspect and be precise with the best of them. and ask all kinds of stupid questions that might make them uncomfortable. Yeah, I know how to do that.
Hey, Brenda.
Yeah.
So
Well, Microsoft's main database was Access, wasn't it? Is it still?
the funny one that the Doge found that it still like makes me go, what the hell? Is the federal retirement system. It's not computerized, and the paperwork gets done and stored in a mine. I forget where they found it, but it was all going in a mine. And so they could only do 10,000 a month because of having to take the paperwork up and down the elevator shaft for the mine. And it's like, why in the hell is that not computerized? This day and age. Seriously. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't.
They'd rather send their money overseas.
Yeah. I'll just stay out of that conversation. I've been in that conversation too many times. Probably got you in trouble. So,
Well, I'm overseas. They can send it to me.
Hey,
Well,
Mark, we'll send it to you as long as you send it back.
are you getting a government check from the U.S., Mark? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I'm getting a government check from the UK.
So they found all those people. They found all those people that were like 100 and whatever, 140 years old, right?
Well, they found some people like
they were getting Social Security check. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
The numbers have been hacked, and somebody else is using it. The people with logs has been dead. It's fraud. It's literally people collecting for fraud. That's literally all it is. So.
No, Paul, I worked in local government. My pension comes from them.
So no, I'm literally tickled pink. As a guy who voted for Ross Perot, I'm all for sort of seeing normal standard business processes be applied to the US government. I live in an ERP business world. And I can tell you, anytime a company changes CEOs or CFOs, literally one of the first activities that those people do is rip through the entire company and to look at processes and where money is and and go on and on and on and on. You ever want to see a company turn itself inside out? It'll do it when the execs change, because that's exactly what they do. And I don't blame them. You kind of want to know where all the skeletons are in the closet.
TJ knows where they are.
That's why everybody hates Trump, because he was a business guy that had to deal with the government to build buildings. So he had to grease all those palms. So he knows all the shit. He knows where all the damn skeletons are for all of these people. And that's what part of why they hate him and are scared of him. All those people calling Trump a crook? Why don't you try calling all the politicians that he had to work with to get his shit done? Why don't you call them the real crooks? Because they're the ones that turn everybody else into crooks to do business. I don't know. Go to a third world country and see all the corrupt, stupid shit that goes on in those countries. It's even worse than here, and we're bad. But like I said, as a guy who works on ERP software, yeah, this is nothing new. I'm actually happy about it all. And this is normal in the business world, literally normal in the business world.
Well, on that note, everybody, I think I'm going to call it.
What are you going to call it? Good or bad?
I'm going to call it goodbye.
Okay, so it's good. It's good. How about bad bye and bad
Bad bye.
Yeah, bad bye. Something.
Okay,
Okay.
TJ,
Stupid
thanks for
nerd-
coming
stupid
in.
nerd
Mark, thanks
joke.
for coming in. Dominic, take care. Rod,
See y'all in the
good
morning.
luck to you.
Yeah, good luck is a good answer. You know how many times something is broke when I did the final assembly? Way too many times.
Yep. Bye for
So.
now, everybody.